The 15 most powerful fighter jets in the world. China claims spots number 10 and number 3. 5 of them are American-made. The number 1 jet costs a staggering $6.3 billion per unit, truly the emperor of the skies. Throughout human military history, fighter jets have always been among the most formidable weapons ever built, from the propeller-driven aircraft of World War II to today's fifth-generation jets capable of supersonic cruising and stealth combat. In just a few decades, air power has undergone a complete and revolutionary transformation. Currently, the global fleet of active and next-generation frontline fighters exceeds 10,000 aircraft, yet only a tiny fraction of those models are considered true kings of the sky. From air dominators costing over $100 million each to Asia's stealthy flagship fighters, from airborne carriers packing 13 tons of missiles to ghost-like jets screaming at 2,400 kilometers per hour. Join Journey Journals as we count down the 15 most powerful fighter aircraft on the planet. Known as the Heisei Zero fighter, Japan's Mitsubishi F-2 fighter was once the benchmark for Generation 4.5 fighters in Asia, widely regarded as the pinnacle of Japan's aviation industry. What few people know, however, is that it is also one of the most expensive fourth-gen fighters in the world, with a price tag rivaling stealth aircraft. The F-2's development began in the 1980s, when the Japan Air Self-Defense Force's main workhorse, the F-1, was becoming obsolete and urgently needed a more capable replacement. In 1987, Japan launched the FSX next-generation fighter program, choosing to partner with the United States and using the F-16 as a foundation for an extensive redesign. After 8 years of development, the first prototype rolled out in 1995 and was officially designated the F-2 in 1996, entering mass production, although it bears a strong resemblance to the F-16. The two aircraft share only about 60% structural commonality. The wings, avionics, and weapons systems were all completely redesigned from scratch. Breaking well beyond the limits of the original airframe, the aircraft measures 15.5 meters in length with an 11.1 meter wingspan, a maximum takeoff weight of roughly 22 tons, and a top speed exceeding Mach 2, which translates to approximately 2,124 kilometers per hour. With a service ceiling of 18,000 meters, the F-2's most impressive technological achievement was becoming one of the world's first fighters to be equipped with an active electronically scanned array, a ESA radar. Its JPG-1 radar can simultaneously track multiple targets, providing precision guidance for missiles, a truly top-tier capability for the 1990s. More importantly, its 11 hardpoints can carry a wide variety of missiles and bombs, with a maximum external payload exceeding 8,000 kilograms, complemented by an internal 20mm Vulcan cannon. Most notably, it can carry Japan's indigenously developed ASM-2 anti-ship missile, making it one of the few fighters whose core mission centers on anti-ship attack. Today, around 90 F-2s are deployed at key bases such as Misawa and Tsuiki, conducting year-round operations over the East China Sea and Pacific waters on patrol and interception missions, forming a core component of Japan's air power. But behind that formidable capability lies an almost unbearable cost burden. Due to its high development complexity and strict domestic production requirements, the price soared to approximately $108 million per aircraft, roughly equivalent to 3 or 4 F-16s. No wonder the American F-16 was produced in more than 4,500 units, while the F-2 only ever built 94. Even so, the F-2 still represents the highest level of Japan's aviation industry. In 2021, South Korea's KF-21 Boramae burst onto the world stage, stunning the globe and making South Korea the world's fourth nation to produce an aircraft with stealth-grade avionics architecture, joining the United States, China, and Russia. Development of the KF-21 began in 2015 under the KFX program, one of the largest defense programs in South Korean history. Originally intended to replace the aging F-4 and F-5 fighters and break free from dependence on imported jets, The entire program spanned over a decade, bringing together more than 600 South Korean companies, and ultimately achieving a domestic content rate of about 65%. The first prototype made its public debut in 2021 and completed its maiden flight in July 2022, marking South Korea's formal entry into the ranks of nations capable of independently developing advanced fighter aircraft. As a classic generation 4.5 fighter, the KF-21's performance is on par with the world's finest modern fighters. Its top speed can reach Mach 1.8, which translates to approximately 2,200 kilometers per hour. A maximum takeoff weight of 25.6 tons gives it a range approaching 2,900 kilometers, with a combat radius of up to 1,000 kilometers. Its design bears the unmistakable imprint of stealth fighter philosophy: canted twin tails, angular intake geometry, combined with extensive radar-absorbing materials, dramatically reducing its radar cross-section, coupled with an advanced ASA, active electronically scanned array radar, and an infrared search and track system. It possesses a highly capable network-centric warfare capability. On the weapons front, 10 hardpoints can flexibly carry Europe's Meteor, long-range air-to-air missile, the Iris-T short-range missile, and other armaments, complemented by an internal 20mm M61A2 Vulcan cannon. It can comfortably handle air combat, ground strike, and anti-ship missions. The seemingly perfect KF-21 does have an unavoidable weakness. Early versions lack a fully integrated internal weapons bay, which means it does not yet qualify as a true fifth-generation fighter, a barrier that remains difficult to overcome. NATO designated Fulcrum F, the Russian MiG-35, as the ultimate evolution of the MiG-29, is regarded as one of the defining examples of Generation 4+ fighters, even hailed as a peer to the American F-35. But is that truly the case? Completed in 2007, developed by Russia's Mikoyan Design Bureau, it is a deeply upgraded evolution of the iconic MiG-29, with the central goal of keeping this veteran fighter relevant and combat-ready in the 21st century, capable of air superiority, ground attack, anti-ship, and reconnaissance missions, making it a fully versatile medium multi-role combat aircraft. Power and maneuverability have always been the hallmark of the MiG series, and the MiG-35 takes these advantages to the extreme. Fitted with two ROD 3 megapay afterburning turbofan engines, it can propel the aircraft to a top speed of Mach 2.25, equivalent to approximately 2,400 kilometers per hour, a climb rate of 330 meters per second, a ceiling of 17,500 meters, plus a combat radius of 1,000 kilometers and a maximum range of 2,000 kilometers. Place it firmly in the top tier of maneuverability among medium fighters. Its weapons loadout is equally impressive. 9 hardpoints can carry between 6.5 and 7 tons of ordnance, including R-77 medium-range air-to-air missiles and R-73 short-range dogfighting missiles to contest air superiority, as well as KH-31 anti-ship missiles and KH-29 air-to-ground missiles for striking surface and sea targets. The internally mounted 30mm cannon adds extra confidence in close-range dogfights. As the peak upgrade of Russia's fourth-generation fighter technology, the MiG-35's overall combat capability is more than capable of holding its own against modern top-tier jets, yet it carries one unavoidable shortcoming: it is not a stealth fighter. In an era where fifth-generation stealth jets are becoming widespread, this limitation makes it difficult to break through the wall of modern air combat. Sweden's Saab JAS-39 Gripen, a small nation's marvel that stunned the world. With extreme agility and ultra-low maintenance costs, it has swept the international arms market, racking up over $3.6 billion in orders and earning its reputation as the best value generation 4.5 fighter. The JAS-39 was born in the late Cold War era, when Sweden faced a unique national defense dilemma. In the event of war, domestic airfields would be easily destroyed, leaving an urgent need for a multi-role fighter capable of high-speed operations and operating from improvised road strips. Sweden responded with the core JAS concept, combining jacked air combat, attack ground strike, and spanning reconnaissance into a single platform. An aircraft handle multiple roles. This was also a practical necessity for Sweden, a country of just 10 million people with a limited defense budget, unable to sustain a large multi-type fleet. Despite having a single engine, the JAS-39's performance is not to be underestimated. Early variants are powered by the RM-12 turbofan engine, capable of exceeding Mach 2, translating to approximately 2,100 kilometers per hour, a service ceiling of 15,000 meters, a combat radius of 800 kilometers, and a maximum load factor of 9 gram, puts its performance on par with many heavy fighters. Perfectly balancing speed and maneuverability, its weapons capability is equally comprehensive. The airframe features 8 to 10 hardpoints. With a maximum weapons load exceeding 5 tons, it can flexibly carry the Meteor long-range air-to-air missile, AIM-120 medium-range missiles, Iris short-range missiles, as well as the AGM-65 Maverick missile, URBS-15 anti-ship missiles, and JDAM precision-guided bombs, able to contest air superiority, while also executing ground attack and anti-ship missions, achieving true multi-role versatility. Most impressive of all is its basing flexibility. It can take off and land on road strips as short as 500 meters, and a small ground crew can complete a full arm and refuel in under 10 minutes, allowing continued operations even if the main airfield is destroyed. Thanks to this blend of practicality and versatility, the JAS-39 has become the first choice for many nations, including Sweden, Brazil, and the Czech Republic. In 2025, Colombia signed a $3.6 billion purchase deal for the type to replace its aging fleet. Born in the Cold War, serving for half a century, over 4,600 built, operated by 25 nations. The F-16 Fighting Falcon earned legendary status through countless real-world battles and is recognized as one of the most successful fighter jets ever built, dominating both the exercise arena and the battlefield. Yet who could have guessed that this legend of the skies flying for half a century started out as the F-15's junior sidekick and somehow surpassed the main act to become a bigger star. The 16 was originally developed by General Dynamics, later taken over and refined by Lockheed Martin. It completed its first flight in 1974 and officially entered US Air Force service in 1978. When it was conceived, its role was straightforward, simply to pair with the heavy air superiority F-15 in a high-low mix. The 15 would handle long-range air supremacy, while the F-16 would use its agility for close-range combat and multi-role operations. Nobody expected it to break out of that supporting role, and the key to that breakout was the F-16's jaw-dropping maneuverability. The F-16 was developed with heavy use of energy maneuverability theory. A high thrust-to-weight ratio combined with a low wing loading gave it extraordinary agility, and it became the first American fighter capable of sustaining 9 G turns, allowing pilots to execute extreme high G maneuvers in aerial combat. Its top speed ranges from 2,100 to 2,400 kilometers per hour. 9 hardpoints can carry over 5 tons of weapons, including AIM-9 Sidewinder and AIM-120 AMRAAM advanced air-to-air missiles for air superiority, contesting the skies, as well as precision-guided bombs for ground strike missions. The internally mounted M61A1 Vulcan cannon is a lethal trump card in close-range dogfighting. What truly amazes most is its widespread adoption and longevity. As one of the highest production modern fighters in the world, total production has exceeded 4,600 units, with approximately 2,700 still serving in the air forces of 25 nations. The United States, Israel, and South Korea all consider it a primary combat aircraft, even as fifth-generation stealth jets arrived. The 16 never left the stage. The latest F-16V variant features advanced AESA radar and modernized avionics, keeping this Cold War-era veteran as relevant as ever. The J-16 flanker fighter, with a maximum takeoff weight of 36 tons and a 12-ton weapons load that crushes its contemporaries, is regarded as one of the world's top heavy multi-role fighters and the backbone of China's air power. The J-16 was developed by China's Shenyang Aircraft Corporation, built on the Su-27 platform, as a major upgrade of the J-11. It completed its maiden flight on October 17, 2011, and was gradually introduced into the PLAF, becoming the primary heavy fighter. It features a twin-seat, twin-engine design. The front seat handles flight control, while the rear seat manages weapon systems and electronic warfare equipment, enabling the aircraft to operate at peak efficiency in complex battlefield environments. As a typical heavy fighter, the J-16 can perform high maneuverability flight and high-speed climbs, with a top speed of Mach 2, a combat radius exceeding 1,500 kilometers, and a maximum range of 4,000 kilometers, giving it formidable long-range cruise and strike capability. The J-16's real strength lies in its outstanding all-around combat capability. Its advanced AESA radar can simultaneously track multiple targets at long range, enabling preemptive beyond visual range strikes. Its advanced data link system can share information in real time with AEW aircraft, wingmen, and ground command systems, making it an airborne command node within a networked combat system. Firepower is the J-16's true trump card. Its 12 hardpoints can carry 12 tons of ordnance, including Plow-10 and Plow-15 advanced air-to-air missiles, to contest air superiority, as well as YJ series anti-ship missiles and precision-guided bombs for anti-ship and ground strike missions, as well as electronic suppression. Also worth noting is the J-16D electronic warfare variant, which can carry dedicated U-pods to jam enemy radar and provide comprehensive electronic protection for entire formations. Though not a stealth aircraft, the J-16's combination of heavy airframe, massive payload, advanced avionics, and electronic warfare capability places it firmly at the top of the Generation 4.5 class, often compared favorably with the American F-15E, making it China's most important multirole combat platform. F-18E Boramae Super Hornet. With its outstanding reliability and formidable combat power, it holds a firm place among the world's most advanced carrier-based fighters. It dominated the battlefields of Iraq and Afghanistan, has been exported to multiple nations. The Super Hornet was born from the new military landscape that emerged after the Cold War, developed by Boeing. Its original purpose was to replace the aging F-14 Tomcat carrier fighter and strengthen the multirole capability of carrier aviation. It completed its first flight in 1995 and officially entered US Navy service in 2001, rapidly becoming the centerpiece of carrier decks, taking on air superiority, ground strike, electronic support, and aerial refueling missions, becoming the most critical airborne asset in the modern carrier strike group. It is 20% larger than the original F-18 Hornet. The bigger wing area and fuselage significantly increased internal fuel capacity, extending both combat range and loiter time. With a maximum takeoff weight of 66,000 pounds, it sits firmly in the heavyweight category for carrier aircraft, a range of 2,300 kilometers, finally putting the short legs problem of early carrier jets to rest. Beyond that, the aircraft achieves a top speed of Mach 1.6 to 1.8, with a service ceiling above 15,000 meters. This power configuration not only gives it excellent high-speed agility, but also allows it to launch fully loaded from an aircraft carrier's catapult, ready for any mission the battlefield demands. During the 2003 Iraq War, hundreds of Super Hornet sorties were flown into combat, executing precision ground strikes, close air support, and suppression of enemy air defenses, accurately destroying Iraqi military targets. During the Afghanistan War, it flew frequent sorties, delivering precision-guided strikes against Taliban defensive positions, inflicting heavy losses on enemy forces. Today it is exported to Australia, Kuwait, and others, and the Block 3 upgrade further enhances its capability. Even without stealth, it remains among the world's premier carrier-based fighters. Known as the ultimate form of the flanker family, the Su-35 is the benchmark fourth-generation plus fighter worldwide, sweeping the battlefield with extreme maneuverability and devastating firepower. Each engine produces 140 kilonewtons of thrust, driving it to a top speed of Mach 2.25. Its 350-kilometer detection range leaves enemy aircraft with nowhere to hide. For a time, it was hailed as an unshakable ruler of the skies. Developed by the Sukhoi Design Bureau as a deep upgrade of the Su-27. Its most breathtaking quality is its flying performance. twin AL-41 F-1's turbofan engines working in concert drive it to pierce the sky at Mach 2.25. A service ceiling near 20,000 meters and a climb rate of 300 meters per second, combined with three-dimensional thrust vectoring, make the falling leaf and cobra maneuvers effortless. In close-range dogfighting, it is nearly matchless. Its avionics are equally impressive. The Urbis E Snow Leopard Phased Array Radar acts as its all-seeing eye. With a detection range of 350 to 400 kilometers, it can simultaneously track 30 aerial targets and precisely engage 8. Paired with an infrared search and track system, it can lock onto and engage enemy aircraft before they even detect its presence. During Russia's 2022 war in Ukraine, the Su-35 emerged as Russia's frontline workhorse, shooting down 2 Mi-8 helicopters in a single mission and 1 Su-25 ground attack aircraft, proving its worth in real combat. The weapons configuration is equally full spectrum. 12 hardpoints carry 8 tons of ordnance, R-77 medium range, R-73 short-range air-to-air missiles, and a full complement of ground attack and anti-ship weapons, a bull to fight for air supremacy, and execute precision strike missions alike, a true multirole platform in every sense. Yet the aura surrounding this Air King conceals limitations that cannot be overcome. As a Generation 4.5 fighter, it lacks 5th-generation stealth capability. Its radar cross-section far exceeds that of stealth jets like the F-22, making it vulnerable to being locked up first in beyond visual range combat. The Snow Leopard radar, though impressive on paper, has insufficient real-world jamming resistance, and its associated missiles lag behind modern mainstream weapons in range. Reports have also emerged from the Ukraine battlefield of Su-35s being shot down, shattering the myth of its invincibility. The Rafale has amassed over 500 international orders, swept through Afghanistan and Libya, and is revered by aviation enthusiasts as an all-purpose aerial beast. With 14 hardpoints, 9.5 tons of payload, and full-spectrum combat ability, it underpins Europe's aviation ambitions and has become the hottest ticket in the international arms market. This Dassault aviation fighter was born from France's dream of self-reliant military strength in the 1980s. To replace the aging Mirage 2000 and naval carrier aircraft, France committed to building a fully indigenous world-class fighter. The prototype first flew in 1986. After more than a decade of refinement, it entered service in 2004, rapidly becoming the core combat asset of France's air and naval forces, and the benchmark of European aviation industry. The Rafale's most celebrated trait is its omnivore, all-in-one capability, which sets it apart from every other fighter. In a single sortie, it can handle both air escort and ground strike missions simultaneously. It can climb to fight for air dominance and carry munitions for ground attack, anti-ship, reconnaissance, or even nuclear strike missions. The title, truly omnirole fighter, is anything but exaggerated. It can race through the sky at Mach 1.8. with a combat radius of 1,850 kilometers, allowing it to deploy over long distances without aerial refueling. Its RBE-2AA AESA radar serves as a razor-sharp eagle eye, tracking multiple targets simultaneously, paired with the Spectra electronic warfare suite. It can jam and deceive enemy radar systems, dramatically improving battlefield survivability. The weapons load is maxed out. 14 hardpoints carry 9.5 tons of ordnance. Meteor, long-range air-to-air missiles, Exocet, anti-ship missiles, and scalp cruise missiles all available. Long-range strike capability is truly world-class. In actual combat, it has lived up to its reputation. In Afghanistan, Libya, and other theaters, it has repeatedly carried out strike and reconnaissance missions, earning international recognition with real results, and driving India, Egypt, and other nations to place orders. The Eurofighter Typhoon, jointly developed by 4 European nations, with its striking canard delta wing shape and formidable combat power, holds a secure place in the top tier of Generation 4.5 fighters. It is both Europe's air ace and a legendary feat of collaborative engineering. Having secured over 680 global orders, its creation was driven by the pressing needs of the late Cold War. In the 1980s, Britain, Germany, Italy, and Spain decided to counter the mighty Soviet Air Force by jointly developing a new generation fighter, pooling the aviation expertise of all four nations. After more than a decade of refinement, the first flight occurred in 1994. It entered service in 2003, rapidly becoming Europe's most advanced frontline combat asset. The Typhoon's design is a masterpiece of precision engineering. Its unique canard delta wing configuration, combined with an aerodynamically unstable design and continuously corrected by advanced fly-by-wire computers, gives it exceptional maneuverability and precise control, tight turns, lightning-fast reactions. It consistently gains the initiative in close combat aerial engagements. Its top speed reaches 2,500 kilometers per hour, and it can climb to 11,000 meters in just 2 minutes, allowing rapid response to air defense intercept missions. As an aerial weapons platform, its firepower is fully loaded. 13 hardpoints can carry a wide variety of advanced weapons. Meteor, long-range air-to-air missiles, AIM 120 medium-range missiles, and Storm Shadow cruise missiles, among others. It can contest air superiority and execute precision ground strike missions. Its multirole capability is second to none. Advanced radar and infrared search and track systems integrate sensor data from multiple sources, giving pilots complete, real-time situational awareness of the battlefield. Network-centric warfare capability at its finest. In combat, it has more than lived up to its reputation. During the 2011 Libya air campaign and the Middle East counter-terrorism operation Shader, it logged over 10,000 hours of combat flying time and released more than 800 precision-guided munitions, proving its reliability through hard-won operational experience. And precisely for this reason, it has attracted over 680 orders worldwide, making it one of Europe's most successful fighter export programs. Nicknamed the missile truck, the F-15X Eagle U, with its 13-ton payload and Mach 2.5 top speed, holds the throne as America's most heavily armed heavy generation 4.5 fighter. Cast your mind back to the 1970s. The 15 was the centerpiece of America's Cold War air superiority doctrine. This iconic platform underwent a thorough digital overhaul to produce the F-15AX. While the airframe follows the old design, every internal system has been replaced. A new avionics architecture, open mission systems, and advanced electronic warfare equipment elevate it to a true generation 4.5 standard, filling a critical combat capacity role for the U.S. Air Force. As a heavy fighter, its frame is an absolute beast of the skies, a 19.5-meter fuselage with a 13-meter wingspan, matched with a maximum takeoff weight of 36 tons. Driven by twin high-thrust turbofan engines, it can slash through the sky at Mach 2.5, with a service ceiling above 18,000 meters and a range exceeding 4,400 kilometers, capable of long-range deployment without constant aerial refueling. But what truly makes the 15X legendary is its absolutely extreme firepower. A maximum payload approaching 13 tons makes it one of the most heavily armed American combat aircraft ever built. In theory, it can carry up to 12 AIM 120 medium-range air-to-air missiles, or even more than 20 air-to-air missiles total. The missile truck nickname is completely warranted. Its operational concept is uniquely distinctive. Rather than charging in alone, it operates in coordination with stealth jets like the F-22 and F-35. The stealth aircraft push forward to detect and lock targets, while it unleashes a hail of missiles from behind, forming a stealth hunter plus missile truck golden combination. The ANA PG-82 AESA radar can simultaneously track and engage multiple targets, paired with the EPOS electronic warfare suite, dramatically boosting jamming resistance and battlefield survivability. Russia's fifth-generation ace, the Su-57 Felon, is seen as Russia's direct counter to the American F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II, and is one of the most significant military programs in Russian aviation's recent decades. This aircraft traces its origins to Russia's Pak-Fa fifth-generation program, developed by the Sukhoi Design Bureau. It completed its first flight in 2010 and has been gradually inducted into the Russian aerospace forces after years of testing. Tasked with replacing the Su-27, MiG-29, and other aging frontline types, The Su-57's flight performance is formidable. Twin L-41 F1 turbofan engines provide powerful thrust, allowing a top speed of Mach 2 at altitude, and supercruise at Mach 1.3, enabling sustained high-speed flight without afterburner. With a combat radius of 1,250 kilometers, a maximum range of 3,500 kilometers, and a service ceiling of 20,000 meters, it can handle long-range intercept missions. As well as highly demanding close-range air combat, it carries on the Russian tradition of maneuverability first. The engines feature 3D thrust vectoring nozzles, enabling high angle of attack maneuvers and complex aerial combat moves, conferring a clear advantage in close-range engagements. Unlike Western 5th-gen jets that prioritize stealth above all, it strikes its own unique balance between stealth and maneuverability. The weapons configuration is equally impressive. Internal stealth weapons bays in the fuselage, supplemented by external hardpoints, bring total weapons capacity into the 10-ton range. R-77 and R-74 series air-to-air missiles, Cake, IRCH-38, and KH-59 ground attack missiles are all available, plus an internally mounted 30mm cannon able to handle both air superiority and ground attack tasks. Behind that formidable profile, however, lies a development reality that is hard to overcome. Constrained by budget shortfalls, technical bottlenecks, and international sanctions, Su-57 production has remained limited. With a fleet size far smaller than China's or America's 5th-gen fleets, unable to form a truly large-scale combat force. With a fleet of 300 aircraft, it commands the world's largest stealth force, penetrating at Mach 2 in full stealth. Its PLEV-15 missile reaches over 200 kilometers. This is China's J-20 Mighty Dragon, a landmark achievement of China's aviation industry. Before the J-20 arrived, China's Air Force was long trapped in an awkward position. The frontline fleet relied on Su-27s and J-10s, all 4th-gen jets, without stealth capability. When facing a 5th-generation stealth fighter like the US F-22, China could only absorb the blows passively, unable to close on a target without being detected. And with limited range and firepower, these jets struggled to execute long-range air superiority and intercept missions. Against an advanced adversary air defense network, penetration was near impossible, leaving China confined to defending its own borders, forever locked in a passive defense posture, lacking any real power to deter on its own terms. The J-20's arrival finally broke that stalemate. Developed by Chengdu Aircraft Corporation, this twin-engine, all-weather stealth air superiority fighter completed its first flight on January 11, 2011, and officially entered service with the PLAF in 2017, making China one of the few nations after the United States capable of independently developing and fielding a 5th-generation stealth fighter, completely breaking the Western monopoly on top-tier fighter technology. The J-20's design is a work of ingenuity. Its distinctive canard layout paired with diamond-shaped wings, along with a DSI inlet, internal weapons bays, and other all-around stealth design elements, dramatically reduce its radar cross-section, making it extremely difficult for enemy radar to detect. Unlike conventional fighters, most of its weapons are stored internally, maintaining both devastating firepower and full stealth performance simultaneously, achieving a dual breakthrough in lethality and concealment. As a heavy stealth fighter, its performance is truly hardcore. A maximum takeoff weight of 37 tons, a service ceiling of 20,000 meters, combined with a top speed of Mach 2 and a 2,000-kilometer combat radius, far surpassing most medium 5th-gen fighters, better suited to executing long-range air superiority and intercept missions, completely breaking free from the previous inability to defend distant airspace. Today, the J-20 continues to evolve. The J-20A improved variant and two-seat J-20s have both appeared, with future integration of the more powerful Libyus-15 engine. Speed, maneuverability, and range will all see further breakthroughs. It is the 5th-generation fighter deployed by the most nations in the world. Production has exceeded 1,000 units. In exercises, it posted a staggering 15-to-1 kill ratio and is regarded as the first day-of-war fighter. Yet after more than a decade in service, it finally recorded its first air-to-air kill against a crewed aircraft. This is the F-35 Lightning II, developed by Lockheed Martin, the F-35. is the core achievement of the Joint Strike Fighter program. Since entering service in 2015, it has leveraged the advantages of stealth plus networked warfare to become the central force of the modern air combat system. Its fuselage is covered in radar-absorbing materials, dramatically reducing its radar cross-section, allowing it to silently penetrate enemy air defenses and execute precision strike missions. No wonder it is called the war opener. The F-35 is powered by a single F-135 turbofan engine, producing a maximum thrust of 40,000 pounds, driving it to a top speed of Mach 1.6, covering 1,930 kilometers per hour, with a maximum takeoff weight of 31.8 tons, even carrying internal weapons. Its combat radius still exceeds 1,000 kilometers, balancing speed and range. What truly sets it apart is its advanced avionics. The AIM APG-81 AESA radar, paired with a distributed aperture system, provides 360-degree situational awareness. Pilots can see through the airframe itself via their helmets, rapidly integrating all battlefield information. It also carries an 8-ton maximum weapons load, including AIM-120 medium-range missiles and multiple other weapons. A single aircraft in 3 variants serves the Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps, and has been acquired in bulk by the US, UK, Japan, and others. Yet, despite all the hype surrounding this aircraft, it has long been mired in controversy, with nearly 900 unresolved design deficiencies remaining and maintenance costs that are punishingly high. Then, in March 2026, an Israeli F-35I quietly slipped into the airspace above Tehran at 9,200 meters altitude and Mach 0.85. It locked onto an Iranian Yak 130 in just 3.7 seconds and achieved a kill 11 seconds after missile launch. The aircraft returned without a single scratch. That engagement finally ended the F-35's air combat record of 0 kills and confirmed what it was truly capable of. It stands at the absolute ceiling of global air superiority fighters, posting a crushing 221-0 record in exercises. It defined the 4 core standards of 5th-gen fighters, yet only 183 were ever produced, with a total cost of $143 million to $200 million per unit. And if you factor in the full lifecycle cost, including a proportional share of development spending, the per-unit cost rises to an astonishing $350 million. This is the F-22 Raptor, the world's first mass-produced 5th-gen fighter, and widely recognized as the greatest single-platform air superiority fighter in history. Built by Lockheed Martin, in partnership with Boeing. It was born in the twilight of the Cold War, carrying America's ambition to forge the ultimate Lord of the Sky. First flown in 1997, entering service in 2005, it not only stood at the apex of aviation technology of its time, it defined the 5th-generation fighter. Stealth, supercruise, super maneuverability, and networked warfare fused into one perfect package. The Raptor's dominance begins with 2 Pratt & Whitney F-119 PW100 turbofan engines, each producing a maximum thrust of 35,000 pounds, pushing the aircraft through a top speed of Mach 2 and allowing it, without afterburner, to supercruise at Mach 1.5 to 1.8. Fuel efficient and invisible to infrared detection, giving it the first mover advantage in any aerial engagement. Its 2-dimensional thrust vectoring nozzles are a unique signature, deflecting up to 20 degrees in any direction. Combined with advanced fly-by-wire controls, it can execute extreme maneuvers with a turning agility in close combat that no other jet can match. Combine that with a full stealth design, internal weapons bays, and radar-absorbing materials, and it can achieve first detect, first lock, first shoot, destroying enemy aircraft before they even know it is there. Its weapons loadout is equally lethal. 6 AIM-120 medium-range air-to-air missiles, 2 AIM-9 short-range dogfighting missiles, and 1 20mm Mitsubishi A-2 cannon, all housed in internal bays, preserving stealth while delivering firepower. It is precisely this raw capability that produced the jaw-dropping 221-0 exercise record. The title, King of the Skies, is thoroughly earned. Yet behind that ultimate capability lies an insurmountable constraint. A unit cost of $143 million placed an unbearable strain even on the U.S., and combined with shifting strategic priorities, production was halted at just 183 aircraft. Export was also banned by law, making it the only fifth-generation fighter in the world never offered for sale abroad. And that wraps up everything in today's video. Of the 15 most powerful aircraft we covered today, which one of the world's strongest fighters made the biggest impression on you? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.